Good morning, first graders. Welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about why it's important to stay safe around the water, why it's important to stay safe and follow the rules at beaches, pools, rivers, lakes, and even water parks, and also how to call or ask for help when there's some type of emergency. So first, I have passed around some worksheets. At the top it says, who can help? And then below it says at school, home, or at a pool, lake, or water park. So I want you to start on the school one, and I want you to talk with your groups about who at school can help you when there's some type of emergency. And I'll give you just a few seconds to go ahead and list 3 people who can help. All right, good job. So now I want you to go ahead and move down below to the home and list 3 different people who can help you at home when there's some type of emergency. Good job. All right, so the last one is who can help you at a pool, lake, or water park. And I want you to go ahead and list 3 different people who can help you at any of those places. All right, good job. So some people that you may have listed to help when you're at school may have been a teacher, maybe a trusted adult, or maybe even the nurse when there's an emergency. Some people you may have listed at home would be your mom or your dad, maybe a grandparent, or a babysitter, or maybe even just some adult that you know from the neighborhood. Now, 3 people that you may have listed to help in an emergency at the pool, lake, or water park would be a lifeguard, maybe mom and dad, or just any adult who can help. So yeah, why do you think it's important that we get help for those in an emergency? Yeah, you're right. It's important so that way they get the help that they need if they're in trouble. Maybe so they can see a doctor or a nurse or something if they have a serious emergency, right? So now we're going to talk about why it's important for us to stay safe around the water. So how many of you have taken swimming lessons or don't know how to swim? Please raise your hand. All right, good job. Go ahead and put your hands down. Now, if you know how to swim, go ahead and please raise your hand. All right, good. So, why do we think it's important to stay safe around the water? Maybe it's so people don't drown, or maybe it's so people don't have some type of emergency, or maybe they don't slip and fall, things like that, right? Yeah, so whenever we are around a pool or maybe a lake, a water park, things like that, we want to make sure that we're being very aware of our surroundings, things like how deep a pool may be, or maybe how shallow, maybe how many people are around, or if there's a lifeguard or some type of adult around. If you can't swim, we definitely want to make sure that when you are in the water, we are swimming somewhat near a lifeguard. That way, if you need help, that lifeguard can come and help you, right? Yeah, so now let's talk about why we should, or why it's important to stay safe at pools, water parks, rivers, lakes, things like that. So let's start with pools and water parks. So it's important to stay safe around those places, like I said before, so we don't get hurt, so nobody drowns, just so people are safe in the water, right? Yeah, and if we have some type of emergency, we can call for lifeguards or parents, adults, anything or anyone that can help us, right? Yes. So what about places that don't have lifeguards? Or what about places where people go without adults, like lakes or rivers? How would we get somebody's help then? Right. We definitely want to stay or swim with an adult at these places, or even at pools and water parks. We want to make sure that we're always with an adult if we don't know how to swim. That way it reduces the risk of us getting hurt or injured, right? So let's go ahead now and watch a video on why we should follow the rules at pools, lakes, or water parks.
Do your part, be water smart. There are lots of different places to swim. I like the ocean the best because that's where I live. But you might get to swim in lakes, rivers, pools, or even go on rides at a water park. No matter where you swim, there are rules and guides to follow. Always read the signs and listen to the lifeguards. They know the best ways to keep you safe in the water. They'll help you do your part, be water smart. Wave, tide, or ride, follow the guide. Water parks are great places to swim and play. There are pools for swimming and wading, waves like the ocean, currents like a river, and lots of exciting slides and rides to try. Even if you've had swimming lessons and you can swim in a regular pool, a water park is different. You have to know what to expect before you get in the water. Like the wave pool, it starts out very shallow at one end and gets deep at the other end. The water is nice and calm until the waves start. You might be standing on the bottom one minute, and the next minute the water could be over your head. If you're not ready, the waves could knock you over or flip you off your inner tube. So when you're in the waves, be steady and be ready. A winding river looks very relaxing, just taking it easy and floating along on an inner tube. It's not even that deep. But just like a real river, a water park river has currents that can be very strong. The current can knock you over and make it hard to get back up again. So when the rules say stay in your tube, well, you know what I say, be cool, follow the rules. Water parks have lots of exciting slides and rides, and lots of rules to go with them. Some of the rides are only safe for bigger kids and adults. The signs will tell you if you're tall enough to ride safely. That reminds me, before you go on any slide or ride, find out what's at the bottom. Some have pools at the bottom that are deep or have strong currents. If you're not ready for it, you could get in trouble pretty fast. Even grown-ups can get turned upside down at the bottom of a slide, so be careful. Look for the guides and rules at every slide and ride. They'll tell you how it works. On some you sit up. On some you lie flat. Some use inner tubes. Some use mats. You might be in the dark. You might be in the sun. All I know for sure is you'll be having fun. So, kids, no matter where you swim, pools, lakes, rivers, oceans, or water parks, even when a lifeguard is watching, be careful and follow Longfellow's rules of water safety. Do your part, be water smart.
Alright, so what did you guys think about that video? Do you think it would be helpful for us to watch it again? Did you guys learn some helpful information like why you should look at the bottom of a slide to see what's there? Because it could be a pool or it could be, just they could have strong currents or whatever. What did you guys think about it?